Hello guys, and welcome again to another edition of Learning with Rich. So for today's topic, I'm going to teach you how to rotate your project to true north. Okay, so we will be using here any project that you want that you haven't changed the geographic direction of the true north. Okay, so in my case, I'll just create a new project, and then I'll just create a simple model. Like for example, I'll just create a wall. Okay, so just a simple one will do. So for example, this is now my project. Okay, and then I want to rotate this project to true north. Okay, so why do we need to rotate our project to true north? Because rotating a view to true north ensures that the natural light falls on the correct side of the building model, and that the sun's path through the sky is accurately simulated. And if you're going to search a certain place or location in the Google map, the north that they are showing there, that is the true north. Okay, so here in Revit, so when you start your project, by default, the orientation is set to, you check out your properties, make sure you don't have any selected object. You check the properties, and then you will see here that the default orientation is set to Project North. Now, the reason why the Project North here is default, so Project North, it's just the orientation of the building that's most convenient to fit on the sheet of paper. So some people call this Plan North. So if you look at my building, this one, it's rectilinear and more horizontally oriented. And that makes perfect sense for your standard title block sheet, right? Which is also typically horizontally oriented. Okay? So that's the reason why it's only for the placement of your view inside your title block. Okay? So when you're thinking about Project North, just think about what orientation will fit your title block nicely, and set that as early in the project as you can so that the building orientation matches those sheets, and it will be more convenient to lay out your sheets. So that's the true north. So that's the Project North. So the true north, on the other hand, should actually match the direction of north, geographically speaking, on the building site. Okay, so you can select or you can open any project that you want. Okay, just make sure if you are going to rotate your project to true north, make sure that the orientation here is set to true north. Otherwise, okay, if you go to the manage, position, and then if you select here the rotate true north, so the Revit will tell you, hey, view must be oriented to true north. So you need to modify the view's properties or use a different view. So it's kind of makes sense, right? How can you rotate your project to true north if your orientation is Project North? So just make sure, you just have to close this one. Just make sure that the true north is selected. Alright? Then after that, you can now rotate your project to true north. Oh, sorry. This one. Okay, so let me just select this one. And then you have a couple of options here. You have angle from project to true north. You can key in the angle here. So from the east, for example, this is the east side. So from the east, if you type here 45 degrees, so from the east, it will rotate your project to 45 degrees. Okay, so like for example, I type here 45, and then I enter. So it will so this is the east. It will rotate there 45 degrees. Okay. So the other option there is west. Okay. So you can change this. You can select west. So let's say you want 45. So what will happen is from the west, it will clockwise rotate your project 45 degrees. So I'm going to enter. You see? All right. Or you can actually rotate your project manually. So I change the true north, rotate. So by the way, you also have here counterclockwise rotation angles. Again, you can type the value here. Okay, or you can also change the center of rotation, just like your normal rotate command, wherein you can change the center of rotation. You can relocate it. Okay, anyway, manually you can just pick your start ray, and then you can just go ahead, key in the value. So let's say, oh, I want 60 degrees from this side. So that's the angle. So you see? So you can rotate it manually. Alright, but one method that I prefer, that I learned from Paul Aubin. Okay, so one method that is preferred, it's like this. So I'm going to select here the annotate. So this is another method aside from those two options. So this is the one that I use most of the time. So I'm going to select the annotate here, and then from the symbol panel, there's a symbol tool. So I'm going to select this, and then from the type properties, I'll go ahead and select the north arrow. Any north arrow will do. Okay, so I'll select this one. So let me just go ahead and place it here. So this is, oh, okay, so the north arrow is not that nice, so maybe I'll try to insert another family. I don't want this one. Okay, so insert, load family. So let me just check out my 2000. No, I only have 2017. Okay. Alright. Revit content, libraries, metric, annotation. Okay, so I think this one. North arrow 1. Okay, so I go back to annotate, symbol. Alright, so I use the north arrow 1. So this is the north. Okay, so I'm gonna place it here. Let's say I'll just place it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's say the true north is, let's say 45, let's say 65 degrees. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to use the rotate tool here. This is another option that you can use. So rotate, okay, and then I'm going to pick here. So let's say from here, it's 65 degrees. Okay, so 65 degrees. Okay, so that is the 65 degrees. So this is my true north. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to rotate this now using the rotate true north tool. Okay, so logically, our true north, or in Revit, when you say north, it's always pointing up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select the manage, position, rotate true north. Okay, and then I'll just select here the center of rotation. I'm going to change the location. So let me just go ahead and place it here. And then I'm going to pick here. Okay, so the north is pointing at the up direction. So it's 65 degrees. So I'm going to pick now this one. There you go. So this is now my true north for this project. So this is another option that you can use. Okay, so I prefer this one. Alright, and then another thing, so this is just another bonus. So you can just select this one, and then right click, select all instances, because I want to hide that visible in view. Okay, so it's now all selected. So you might select, or you might right click and hide in view elements or category if you want to hide it. Okay, there you go. So this is now my project true north. Okay, so another option, so I'm going to undo it. So maybe this one, you are not using this at in your home, or in your project, or in your office. Okay, so this is a bonus. So I select again, right click, I just want to show you that this kind of tool is existing. So I select visible in view, and then I'm going to filter it. So this is just a bonus. So filter, so let's say I select here the elevation. So I just check elevation. Oh, sorry. Select, right click, visible in view. So I filter it. So I just want the views, and then OK. And then there's an option here, hide that scales coarser than default, 1:500. So if I'm going to change this to 1:200, oh, let's say 1:100, so I select this, and then I apply. Okay, so if I change this to 1:200, so you will notice it will hide, right? But if I change this to 1:25, so you can see the symbol of your elevation, 1:100. Okay, why? Because I selected here, hide the scales coarser than 100, 1:100. So if this scale becomes 1:200, it will hide this one. 1:200, so it will hide. Okay, so that's how you use this option. Okay, I select this point. So that's how you use this. So maybe some of you is not using this one, but at least now you know. Okay, so you can change this value. So if I change my value to 1:200, which is more than 1:100, so it will hide. Okay, there you go. So this is how you rotate your project to True North. So hopefully you learned something from this video. It's a very quick video. So if you have question, comments, or suggestion, you can just put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So once again, thank you guys, and have a nice day.